Like a Hellcat.
Right now, we are experiencing the fourth technical revolution when robots and technologies are developing at an incredible pace. Which areas are the most promising? How will robots and technologies change our lives in 2020? We have prepared all the most interesting trends to show you the world of the near future. Subscribe now and like the video. Before the global COVID pandemic, robotic exhibitions all over the world gathered a record number of participants, and it's not just that. The trend of robotics and automation of all stages of production and business processes is a key global trend in technology development. And yes, robots will take away our usual work. Machines are beginning to do better than humans with many tasks, from window cleaning to resource management. Many whose work involves routine tasks will have to change jobs before the end of the decade. But the machines that will drive us out of work need to communicate with each other. So the second most important trend is the Internet of Things, and its implementation will require the full development of 5G networks, which will automatically become a trend. The year 2020 is likely to be the year when 5G will be significantly expanded and made available in many countries. Stable connectivity and ultra-fast speeds will allow gadgets, robots, and autonomous vehicles to collect and transmit more data than ever before, leading to advances in the Internet of Things. The next technology that's changing the world and business is 3D printing. It can print a coffee cup, a house, or a bionic prosthesis. But that's not all. 3D printing is also developing in bioengineering. By the end of the decade, we will probably be able to print not only individual organs, but also our full copy. But we'll be back by 2020. What kind of developments will smart columns get in? Judging by the decline in cost of Amazon and Google's voice assistants, as they don't generate much income, the only way to make millions on them is to use them for personalized advertising, and many analysts believe that it will appear in smart columns very soon. Because the second way to commercialize voice assistants, including them in all sorts of gadgets, can fail. Since every day grows a cohort of refusers who do not want to be near constantly turned on microphones. But despite this, the trend for voice communication will continue to evolve. Perhaps in the future, we will forget what a keyboard is, at least on smartphones. The focus in 2020 will be on virtual and augmented reality technology. This is confirmed by the new team XR, Extended Reality or Advanced Reality. 3 promising applications are visualization assisted design, service and maintenance, as well as training and simulation. By the way, a significant reason for many consumers to buy gadgets for virtual reality in 2020 will be the reissue by Valve of a series of games like Half-Life, available exclusively to owners of its VR set. An unpleasant but inevitable trend is the use of artificial intelligence for cyber warfare. The US analysts believe that in 2020, there will be an escalation of cyber war using AI on both sides of the border. Hackers have long been experimenting with automatic tools for hacking and operating corporate and government networks. Massive counterfeit news, including audio and video, may become a form of cyber warfare. So don't rush to share sensational news this year, but first, check that it's an authoritative source or better in a few. The next trend is to expand human capabilities through technology. Physical opportunities will be expanded through the implementation or placement of special devices on the body. But the technology for which the real struggle will be cognitive augmentation, expanding the thinking abilities of man. Also, this year there will be various new gadgets which will follow our dreams closely and improve it through machine learning and fine-tuning to our features. Another important trend coming our way is the crisis of confidence in artificial intelligence, which will not only collect data from users everywhere, but also increasingly used to make decisions without human involvement. This requires the development of concepts such as ethical algorithms and management based on neural networks with explanatory capacity. Already today, artificial intelligence hires, loans, and even condemns criminals. Incorrect algorithms in these areas can seriously affect people's lives. In 2020, Simulation model systems will continue to develop where machines can learn faster and safer in the real world. Artificial intelligence algorithms will be able to interact with each other to perform more complex tasks, learn faster, and help each other. This will be the first step towards a common artificial intelligence. Autonomous robots will become more intelligent. Today, most autonomous machines operate in a controlled environment, but evolution will soon bring it to public space, both single robots and swarms of robots working together, for example, in a delivery or in agriculture. In 2020, green innovation will be a reality. The Internet of Things, neural networks, and big data will allow to estimate consumption, reduce demand, and significantly reduce carbon dioxide emissions while reducing costs and creating new sources of income. Renewable electricity, public investment in green startups, user applications, and interfaces that shape green habits will become not just the norm, but a necessity. True, our country is not likely to be affected by this trend this year, but in general, Greta Thunberg's team should be satisfied. The Internet of Things and Internet cars will be added to the Internet of our bodies. In 2020, there will be applications that not only will receive and process various indicators of the human body, as is happening now, but also as automatically interfere with the current state of the user. For example, correcting blood sugar parameters by injecting insulin into the body, or ordering medication for early diagnosis of colds. But this is child's play compared to editing the artificial intelligence of our genes, the development of neural networks of drugs and vaccines, diagnosis and operations by robots. It's all developing in 2020. But the undisputed leader of trends this year is the widespread introduction of computer vision. From autonomous transport to facial recognition-based security systems, including recognition in the dark, the ability of machines to identify objects and places by visual images will be an apple of discord between those who want to use technology for business and security and those who want to protect their own privacy. All of these trends will require more and more computing resources. So 2020 will be the ideal time to master quantum computing. Universal quantum computers are not yet available, but specialists in quantum computing are already demanding and working on the first practical tasks. So, at many companies, for example, Microsoft, Honeywell, Rigetti, and also Amazon, IBM, and D-Wave open access to quantum demonstrators through public clouds. Google declares this achievement of the advantage of its quantum demonstrator over classic supercomputers on a specially selected test task. Robots and neural networks are affecting our everyday lives more and more every day. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest high-tech news and comment down below what is your forecast for 2020 and 2021.